Okay. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're coming in from. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We are going to be making arepas or just learning about them. So it's something that I grew up eating. So I was born in the United States, but my family is from Colombia, South America, not South Carolina, because yes, people ask me sometimes. And so this is something that we very frequently had for breakfast. It's something that's really fun to make with my kids. So we went ahead and hopped in the kitchen this weekend with my daughter, Wren. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at how that went. Disclaimer, I am not a official SME, subject matter expert on arepas. I just know they're delicious. I enjoy eating them. I enjoy making them. So there's a lot of different ways to make it. It's one of the oldest, most traditional dishes in Latin America. Colombia and Venezuela are kind of the two major places that really get after it with arepas. So yeah, so we're going to take a look at how my family makes arepas at home. And if you all have questions, feel free to drop them in the chat or verbalize them. Very casual, very informal. And here we go. Today, we are going to teach everyone how to make arepas. So arepas is something that's a pretty big staple in Latin American cuisine. We just spent 3 weeks in, do you remember where we went to see all our cousins? Colombia, that's right. And we can pretty much confirm that they are available at pretty much every meal. If you go to the grocery store, you can find them in the refrigerated section. There's all sorts of different versions. The kind we make at home is super easy. All you need are really I would say 2.5 ingredients. This is the one that you probably have to buy. It's, let's see, what is this called? Pre-cooked white cornmeal. This is the brand that we use. You can pick it up at Walmart or Target or any international store that might be around. Some salt, some water, and then when you actually make them, like a canola oil, so it doesn't stick to the pan. But I use butter because I like how it tastes. So, okay, it's very easy to make, and that's why Wren is here, because she helps me make them all the time. And my kids actually eat it, which is a bonus. So, oh, I didn't even have you introduce yourself. What's your name?
Wren.
Yeah. How old are you?
5.
That's right. Your birthday was 3 weeks ago, so we're a brand new 5.
And it was until August.
It's in August.
Oh, it's the last.
At the very end of August. It was pretty fun, huh?
Yeah.
Are you ready to help me make arepas?
And I went to Sweet and Sassy.
We went to Sweet and Sassy, that's correct. That is a salon for small girls, if anyone is interested in a really fun birthday party. Okay. First things first, if you bought this, you actually have the recipe right on the back. How convenient. So let's put our water in our bowl. You want to do it or should I do it?
I can do it. All of it?
All of it.
All of it.
Okay. Two and a half cups. Easy peasy. Now, that's right. I like to put in the salt next. And it's what? 1 teaspoon.
1 teaspoon.
Do some mixing.
Mix. Make some bubbles.
Okay. Now, you know what? Go ahead and keep on mixing, and then I'll start pouring. What do you think?
No, I'm going to pour too.
So, do you want to pour and then I'll mix?
Yeah, mix.
Okay.
And I'll pour.
Okay. Do it nice and slow, okay? So, this is 2 cups of our pre-cooked white cornmeal. It's gluten-free, by the way, if you're into that sort of thing. I like to add it in kind of little by little. Get all the lumps out as we go. In my household, we had pretty traditional roles growing up, and my mom did pretty much all the cooking, but arepas was something that my dad made. Okay, hold on. So again, I need to come here. Oh, let's take a look at this. Oh, okay. Mix it up, mix it up. It will come to have the texture of maybe something like a Play-Doh.
Mix on this side too.
And mix on this side too. Great idea.
Mom, it's
Yeah.
nice from
Oh, you're absolutely right. Go ahead. It's a little bit thick now, so
Okay.
I'm gonna take a little extra muscle. If it feels too gushy, I'll just add a little bit more of this lovely cornmeal. If it's feeling a little too dry, splash of water. That'll help you out. But this looks pretty darn perfect. The first time I made arepas, it was a hot, sticky mess. And I thought, this is impossible, but the more you do it, the easier it becomes. As you can see, it's kind of Play-Doh-y, how we describe it.
But don't make it into a pancake or it's going to turn into a pancake.
Yeah, we certainly don't want to make it into a pancake.
And we can play with it with our hand.
Yes. So that's something that the kids enjoy doing in the morning. They like to help by
Mommy, I want to like put them in my hands and out of it.
that sounds like a great idea. Okay. Let's back up. Oh.
Oh wait, we forgot some of this, Mommy.
Now the instructions on the package are very specific about the number that you can make, but we just kind of wing it.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be a specific number. You just have to roll them up into balls. And then you cut them.
That's really easy, Mommy.
It sure is. Ready?
What?
Let's get after it. You want to reach in there?
Wait, we
So
can
it's not
make
that
it like
sticky.
really flat.
Mm-hmm.
We
Little
can make
roll,
it like
roll a little
really-
ball. There we go. Yeah, about the size of a half a palm. You know what? Honestly, people make them all different sizes. I've seen ginormous ones. I've seen cute little fat ones. It's all about what you like. This is usually the size that ours end up being. Because, you know, it's just kind of the standard size.
Yes.
Looks good.
Oh, Mommy.
A little sticky, huh?
It's
The
really
package
easy.
suggests letting it rest. You can or cannot. You can throw it in the fridge. That could make it a little firmer, easier to handle. What's that?
This is a little bit too flat.
A little too flat? Well, feel free to roll it back up and try again. Okay. I'm gonna go get the pan ready.
Okay. Say so,
You're
Mommy. I'm
being-
gonna say that.
All right, let's do this.
I'm gonna make some more arepas.
We are gonna make some more arepas. So here's a pan. Any pan will do. Regular frying pan, perfect. Normally canola oil is what is used, preferred, but I really like how butter tastes. So I use butter just to grease the pan.
Yeah. And Mommy loves
And the reason why butter normally isn't used because it has like a lower burning temperature, but
Yeah.
burnt butter tastes delicious.
Mommy loves butter, and so do I.
It's very true. We like butter in this household. But again, if you're dairy free, then yeah, go for it. Do some canola. Other things you can actually add to
And
the
don't
dough.
worry, because it's supposed to melt.
It's supposed to melt. That's actually very true. Thanks for putting our minds at ease. Like sometimes I'll put flaxseed in here for the kids, get a little extra nutrition. You can put Greek yogurt,
I'm
sour
gonna
cream.
put some black seed. Oh.
Yeah, we don't need flaxseed right now. We're just gonna make plain ones.
Yeah. Mommy, I want to roll that.
How about you roll your own? Can you step down one though, please? Just so you don't tumble over, please.
Is this enough?
Go ahead and take a step down. Thank you. Yes, that's enough. Go ahead.
It's like how you did it.
Yes, that's how I did it. Again, you can wait for the pan to get hotter, but sometimes I'm a little impatient and I just go for it. But as I was saying, you can add other stuff to the dough. You can get creative if you're into it. Sometimes I add Greek yogurt for some protein. My mom sometimes likes to put like different cheeses in there, like Parmesan. Oh, thank you so much. This looks beautiful. Just
Start it again.
So yeah, you can totally get creative with it. The other option is, of course, after these are cooked, you slice them open like a pita and you fill them with delicious things like shredded chicken, shredded beef, pork, or cheese. We love cheese in this house. So let's know what we have. Oh, thank you.
So beautiful.
So beautiful.
And you can share.
Yes, that's very true. We are big on sharing in this household. And it's fun to make different sizes too. Because we have, let's see, you have a couple of brothers, don't you?
Yeah. And Luca doesn't really like sharing.
That's true. The 2-year-old Luca is not a big sharer. But all that to say, sometimes the bigger one likes bigger arepas. And the smaller one enjoys the smaller size. Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
That's good.
So we can make all sorts of different sizes.
You can use it with your hand if you want.
Correct.
But not, you don't enjoy it.
Now
You can make it out of
but the pan's full now. Let me wipe my hands.
Oh.
And we'll see how it's going.
I need to dry my hands too.
Yeah, you want to take the stool over there?
And when you get messy, you can wash your hands.
True story. When you get messy, you can wash your hands. Words of wisdom from Wren. The instructions say 5 minutes per side. You like to play it fast and loose. All right. How are my folks that are cooking at Arepas? How's it going over there? Y'all look very official.
Good, okay. It was I think I added too much water in it, so I'm have to firm it up a little bit, but it's all right.
Oh, yeah, that was definitely me my first time. Oh, look at that beautiful dough. Gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm doing shredded chicken, so we can mix it in. But this is done. We're ready for the pan to heat up. And while that, we're shredding chicken.
Awesome. Thank you.
Are you gonna slice them vertically to put the meat in, or would you narrow down the narrow edge if you wanted to add meat?
Usually on the narrow end. Yes. So if the arepa's like this, like a sandwich, you'd slice it right in the middle. We do some cheese filling, really fancy in this household towards the end. So you will get the full-on demonstration.
Sweet.
All right, here we go. Good question. Keep them coming. Our very basic Mejia Cashman version. You'll see they'll get kind of crispy. I like to squish them down a little bit. Because at the end of the day, you're going to end up with a nice crispy outside and a soft, warm inside. There we go. Okay. And so what we enjoy doing, we actually like to put cheese on top. And we'll let it mix while the rest of the arepa is cooking.
And be careful so you don't burn you.
Be careful so you don't burn yourself. That's correct. Thank you, Wren.
You're a videographer.
And again, dealer's choice. We got some truffle cheddar in our imperfect box this week. So I'm going to go ahead and see what happens when I put that on there. but then normally the plain yellow cheddar is what my kids prefer.
Yeah.
Mozzarella is a very common one. Queso blanco is a very common one.
And you know what
Mommy.
queso blanco? It's really sweet. Yeah. Mommy,
Yes.
mommy.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I want to hear mommy. Mommy, here you go.
You can eat that one. How about that? We're gonna leave 2 nice and plain so we can stuff them in trees. All right, so as you can see, we've got our cheese melting on these. They look pretty good. Got a nice. What's that?
I said question too.
You want to see the question too? All right, don't worry. We're coming over right now. Okay, looks pretty good. I think we're ready to sample them.
We get a glass of cheese. See? It's this full. And don't forget, you can't eat it. You put it on the Arepas. Use 44 grams. 44 grams.
So, all right, so we've got our arepas. We have some that we have decorated with oodles of cheese on top
Yes.
because we really like cheese in this household. But now we have some plain ones too. Like I said, you can get very creative with what's actually inside of them.
And I'm
We're gonna open it up though. Ooh, we don't normally do this, but it is one of the nice, easy things to do. Ooh, it's still hot. Just slice it open.
because it's really hot.
Yes, correct. It's really hot. You can see all that steam floating up. Oh, well, maybe they can't see it, but go ahead and put some cheese in there. Drop it in there. It's gonna get really nice and melty. Go ahead, cheese it up. More cheese. Ooh, it's gonna be so cheesy. No need to be shy. You can put more in there. Yeah. Wonderful. I close it up. Just let it sit there.
Yeah.
And you can do this as you're cooking them too, like when the dough is still raw or whatever. You are welcome to just make a little, careful, it's hot. Make a little, there we go. Oh yeah. Maybe you can see the steam. Not
Yeah.
really, huh?
Yeah, not really, because it's really
Little bit?
foggy.
Yeah, well, maybe that's the steam. Ooh, so cheesy. Do you think that's enough cheese? Should we put more cheese in there?
Just one more drop.
We should probably put more cheese in there. All right. Oh my gosh,
Now
so
we
cheesy.
Sounds
There you go.
like that.
Close it up. Okay. And I think we did it.
Remember, you can't use all the cheese, but a little tiny.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I guess we don't want to use all the cheese in the household. That would maybe be a little bit excessive.
Yeah.
But there you go. So you've got cheese on top. You've got, this will melt up very soon and be delicious. You can bite into it and it'll be all cheesy.
Yeah.
And like I said, you can put protein in here, or you can just enjoy it with plain butter, right? With some scrambled eggs. It's my favorite. It's like instead of toast.
Yes.
Mommy,
That's the best.
it is the best. I agree.
Mommy, I want to do with this arepa. We can do black eggs
Flat eggs, fried eggs.
and fried eggs
Uh-huh.
and round eggs with yolk in the middle.
Round eggs, so like hard boiled eggs.
Yes. You
Mhm.
can do hard boiled eggs.
Or they are part of the bandeja paisa, which comes with meat and
No, don't say that word. Don't say a word.
don't say a word. Am I cramping your style? This looks pretty melty. I'm a little impatient. Should we take a bite? Which one do you want to eat? We should ask, should we save any for Daddy and the boys?
I want this one.
Does it feel too hot or you think it's gonna be
No,
okay?
I want both of these.
I don't see why not. Should we try them? See if they're any good?
Yes. And don't forget, the cheese is supposed to be in the middle.
Yes, it's an integral part of how we eat our arepas in our house. All right, girlfriend, let's do this. It's pretty
Don't
good.
show the berry beans.
Mm. Oh my goodness. Yep. Always good. And you can save them easily. Throw them in a Ziploc, throw them in the fridge, toast them in the toaster oven, or impromptu snacks. You can even take them to soccer practice. That's what we do sometimes.
Yeah.
So when we get snacky, we have something to eat. Anything else? I think we covered it all. Did you like making arepas? Was that fun?
It is so fun.
What's your favorite part of making arepas?
My favorite part is making cheese, and then my favorite part of baking it with me and mommy is being together.
I agree. That's my favorite part too.
Bye, everyone.
Have a good day. All right. So that was our little version of arepas in our household. And yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I'm almost crying here at the end. It couldn't have ended any better.
I know. And I have to tell you, that was 100% unscripted. I was like, oh man, that's right. This is coming up this Friday. And I was like, get in the kitchen, Wren. We're doing this.
Wren is just too cute. Congratulations and thanks for sharing that with us.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Chris is still over there doing his arepas. Leo, you look like a pro in the kitchen, I gotta say. So.
Thank you. Thank you. It's perfect time. It's like lunchtime, you know, with shredded chicken. Perfect.
Yeah, my plan is to have these ready to go for the morning and probably for a soccer game tomorrow. So we do, in fact, maybe eat a little too much cheese in this household. But hey, kids love cheese. Never can
No
have
such thing.
cheese. Thank you. I agree. But watching that back, I was like, wow, we really talk about dairy quite a bit, don't we? The butter and the cheese. I'm sure the purists would be furious, but again, there's no wrong way to make an arepa in my book.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So in Mexico, it's hard to find like the equivalent of like US cornmeal. There's like all different flours, flour for tamales, for tortillas and whatnot. So I'm just trying to figure out which one would be the closest match. I think I saw that Chris is using maseca, but I wanted to see what kind. Is it for tamales or for tortillas?
It's for tamales.
Tamales, and it
Yeah.
worked. That worked just fine.
We're gonna see.
Okay.
The part of San Diego that I'm in is not the most Hispanic part of San Diego, so they did not have the right things. So
Okay.
And you know, again, this was like an indigenous meal originally. So if you really want to get brave with it, there are ways to make it without having to find, you know, one of these packages that involve, you know, corn and eggs. So I'll find that recipe and I'll drop it in the notes doc as well.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, what's also really interesting is my best friend is Venezuelan, and she makes arepas as well. And they're slightly different, right? So, but the concept is still the same. So I'm going to have to make these and challenge her on hers and see which ones are better.
There you go. Yeah, there's so many different ways that people make them. The links in the notes doc kind of point out some of them. There's like sweeter versions. There's, you know, versions that are a full meal versus a side. But yeah, we ate a lot of arepas on our trip. I was like, they really are here 24/7, and I am here for it. So
Awesome. Thank you for sharing.
yeah. Any other questions, thoughts, comments?
One more question, Pilar. Sorry. I love the idea of trying to put the cheese in before you cook it. Would you recommend increasing the cook time if you stuff it with cheese, or is 5 minutes per side still okay?
It should still be fine. It'll melt
Okay.
there just fine. I know we like to do it on top because my children are very visual creatures. And also it's a little less sticky for them to handle. They just put it on top, but normally it's in the middle. Again, I hope the purists don't come after me, but
I love this, and I'm going to do this with my kids this weekend. You inspired me. It looks like such a fun project to do with them. Really great video. I loved it.
yeah, no, thank you. The boys like partaking too, but the little one was napping and the big one was video gaming. So, you know, we just took it to the kitchen as girls.
So who knows how many types of arepas are there? There's different names. So there's obviously the just the general Venezuelan slash, there's also the Colombian version, but there's also arepa paisa in Colombia. There's arepa choclo, which is the more corn, like actual, it's just very just cooked corn. And you make it into arepa. It's delicious. The Venezuelans have a similar version of arepa choclo, which is cachapas, which is just like a lot larger arepa. And then you have cheese in the middle. Yeah, there's a whole bunch. There's the one with like the raw corn. It's arepa pelada. It's from Venezuela also. What else? Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them.
I was looking at the Wikipedia and they were like, there are 75 different kinds just within Colombia. And I was like, oh my gosh, is that accurate? But I wouldn't doubt it just because, again, it's you can get really flexible with it.
Yeah. In Venezuela, they also have a name depending on what you put inside of it. So there's the pelua, like hairy. It's and that was shredded beef. Then there's the catira, which stands for like blonde. And that one is with Gouda cheese, just filled with Gouda cheese. There's the, what's the one with the avocado? I forgot the name. There's just one where you mix chicken and avocado. That was pretty famous too. And there's a whole bunch, but yeah.
Definitely make it your own. I'm sure you all will come up with creative alternative recipes as well. And I look forward to hearing all about them. So I know we're at time. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Have an amazing rest of your Friday. Have an even more awesome weekend and we'll see you around the virtual office. Bye everyone.